Hi everyone, thank you for watching A Touch of Tarot. I'm just gonna wait a minute and I literally, this is like, I just came on. I was just ready. I'm in my pajamas, you can't really tell, you know, and I was just like, I wasn't gonna do a reading today. And I was like, no, I'm taking off the weekend. I'm just gonna take off the weekend, catch up on my recorded readings and do my lives. I mean my one-on-ones. But I wasn't gonna come on here all weekend. I was gonna take a little break. And then I just got this urge, and as soon as I sat down, even though I don't have any cards in front of me, I knew it was the right thing to do. So I'm guessing a message is gonna come, and I do have some messages, I guess. My day started off really interesting. Um, in the sense that, I had my friend call me in the morning and we were talking about a few things. And my friend is concerned that I'm not getting out. But the truth is, hi, good morning. Maybe many of you don't know. Hi, Jocelyn. But I'm out every day. Remember yesterday I said I was going to go get my product into another store? I got it in there. So they're just picking the packaging right now from California. Hi. But I am a homebody. And, for anyone that's thinking that I'm staying at home all day doing tarot readings, a lot of the day I am. But it's just like everyone else who has a regular job, right? I love what I do. I'm lucky enough to love what I do. But I do want the message to be, don't stay home if that's what you're doing because you're upset about your masculine or something. Don't do that. Do get out. I get out every single day. I actually have to force myself to stay home at least once a week for the whole day. Um, I just saw congratulations, like congratulations, you get out. I do have to force myself to stay home actually, but I am a homebody, and when I am out, it's everything I say, I practice, I'm preaching, and practicing. Like, I do love everyone when I'm out. I am very flirtatious. I do have a lot of fun when I'm out there. I can be bitchy. The Ubers piss me off, and I'm working on that. But yeah, like I'm generous, I'm giving, I'm happy out there, and sure, I have my sad moments. Everyone does, and everyone has. I took myself to the museum on Wednesday. I go almost every single Wednesday because it's free, so I always go on free nights. Like, I just get out and do stuff, and I hope everyone is. I just hope that. I hope that that's not what's going on, and everyone thinks I'm staying home and they're staying home too or something. No, we're not. Don't do it. Do get out, do have fun. And, like I said, sometimes I actually have to force myself to have a day in. Because why do I have to always go out every single day? I love going to the market, I love all that stuff, but why? Okay, so I've been using my hands a lot, and I've been practicing going to try and get out next week. Yeah, like, remember, I do have a 1 day a week job that I've had for years now, which I'm going to be leaving soon because it doesn't align with me. But in senses, there are ways it does align, as in they put on a spectacular show. Like tonight we have ASAP Rocky coming in. I don't know who it is, but I know it's a big deal, and so, and I get to go backstage. Like, I get to do whatever I want at this place. I love my job there. I get paid very well, and I also get no restrictions. I'm literally kind of like a person that walks around, and I make sure the VIP clients are seated and their servers there, and I get to enjoy the show the rest of the night. So I do get out and I do get to mingle. I don't drink. I don't any of that. It's not me. I love being at home. I really truly do. I love working from home. Some people might not enjoy that because like everything's at home. I've always loved working from home. Good morning. I thank you. It's my pajamas. I make cream from home. I'm gonna make some cream today. That's why I was gonna take the weekend off of YouTube. I'm gonna focus on my cream for this weekend because next weekend, is it next weekend? No, the next weekend on the 26th, I have a market event, which is going to be really awesome. I'm going to be working with a lot of cannabis people, and we have a market. And these are very rare nowadays in Canada because of all the changes of laws. And this is what I'm a part of. And, so I do get out, even though I don't mention it all the time on here. I don't, I like to focus when I'm here and, just saying, really. But yeah. So do like get out, guys, you know, but I'll tell you, if I don't want to go out, I don't want to go out. And it's not because I'm just, you know, fearing speaking to people or something. No, after such a long time. Wow, I'm chatting with you. Hi, Shweta. Good morning. Um, yeah. So, you know, and you know what else? I want to mention this. I remember I've done so much research on all of this stuff for since I was 20. Okay, so it's been a long time, and I'm not joking. I've written a whole book. I haven't published it or anything, but I've written a couple books, um, but on health and all of this stuff. But I don't know why it's coming to me. I think because my friend, when she called me today to mention, you know, her concerns, um, I think, like she mentioned, you know, I hope you're not upset or crying or anything. And I really wasn't. I woke up happy. I'm good. I'm happy. Um, but I do remember one lady I used to pay attention to some of the things she taught. One of them was that she literally cries once a day purposely. Now, I thought about this whole thing today when my friend brought that up because I'm like, I don't feel like crying. I'm like, oh no, am I going to cry today now? So, what this woman said is basically in prayer and meditation, she comes to this point where, like, she just gets herself to this point where she does cry. And she does it once a day in the morning. Reason, yeah, reason, you get it, right? Reason being is, but she does it, like, make sure she does it, is because she says it releases and lets her go on throughout her day in a more emotionally balanced state. Now, to be honest, a lot of days I do have some tears at some point, you know, a lot of them. Um, but if you actually like got really grateful and got into some sort of a state where you were able to release the tears, maybe you wouldn't release them at other points. So I don't know, something, maybe I'm going to look back into that. I haven't looked anything this girl for years. I don't know why it came to my head. But yeah, so I do want to mention, and you know, this lady from Malaysia that made me this picture, I've shown you guys already up here with the lady holding her hand. It's really interesting because lately I've been using my hands, and I did some practice readings yesterday, and the messages were just, if I just go where the heat is, it's like the message is meant for me. And I found when I have the cards too close together, it will be very cold. And there's almost like not enough room to space out the cards. And I'm like, how can I space them out so I can find the right message? It's really interesting. And I just feel like that. And I've done these, you know, use my hands before, but I haven't used them for a long time. And I feel like this picture is almost a reminder to use my hands again. Like I'm a reader, and you don't just read with your eyes, you read with, and isn't it interesting that I started learning sign language again? So I'm practicing the numbers to start with, and I don't know, I should be able to show you guys something. I'm going to try to show you something every day. I have it in my bathroom because I spend a lot of time there brushing my teeth. I take a lot of time for oral hygiene and all that type of stuff. Not makeup. It's like just taking care of myself, plucking my eyebrows, whatever. But I'm trying to learn the sign language. And isn't it interesting that I didn't even think of it. I've been using my hands to feel the heat. Like I'm feeling heat over here. And it's always this hand I find I do better with. And here it feels cold. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, yesterday when I was doing my practice runs, I realized if the cards are too close, I can't pick up a unique energy, and I feel heat here, right? So, like for example, let's just see. Like I feel it strong here. Wow, we have Grace, we have the Swan, and I want to go back and I want to catch this one because I don't know if I miss it. I have so much to learn here. It's here somewhere. It's like here. And the Guardian. Beautiful. So here's our messages. You who glides across the water of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and spirit of beauty. I'm going to read the meaning of this card, but this for me is internal beauty. I don't know why I'm picking that up. When I see the word wisdom, hello Angelo. Wisdom is such a huge word for this year. I don't know how I came up with this whole wisdom owl number 3 energy. Like, I know it's a 3-year. I don't know if owls have anything to do with the number 3. I know they have to do with wisdom. And I must have heard or saw that word over 25 times yesterday. And I'm not joking. It's everywhere. Let me just get the book so I can read our description. I wonder if this even comes with the book. This is from the new deck I received. Thank you so much. I want to say Natalia or Tanya. I forget because I got 2 at once. Now let me just think for a second. Does this even come with a book? I have so many books here. Well, I guess whether it does or doesn't, it has the writing on the wall. So interesting. I have so many. It must have came with a book. Every deck comes with a book. And I'm going to also pull from the other new deck I got, the Shadow Oracle, so we can just pick up on that energy. One more look. Take one more look. I have so many decks of cards. I love them, and I use them so often. That's what I was thinking. Like, I always hear readers saying, oh, I'm going to give away a deck. I could never give away a deck. I use my decks. I love them. I love them all. Angel Answers, Doreen Virtue, John Hall. Doreen Virtue. Nope. Okay. I don't think it comes with a deck. I mean, with a book. But one thing I love about this deck so much is the size of it. Huge. Okay, so we have Grace, the Swan, and we have the Black Bear. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. There's an energy here with internal beauty. I don't know why I'm really picking it up, but I am, and I feel it. Your internal beauty is doing some sort of transformation stuff. Let's see what is transforming, or like where is it coming from, or like what the shadow side of this is, you know? What's the shadow side of this? Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. You who glides across the water of my soul brings me wisdom and light. I think this will be like the Saturday morning where I read oracle cards. I think that that's a good idea to switch it up. I'm not getting sick of tarot. I'm getting sick of the same story, the same information. We need more now. Now we need more guidance than readings. We do need more guidance. You know, and I will get to your readings for everyone that did book the reading, and I add a little more guidance in there now. I really do. I really am feeling that heat. Well, we probably have a lot of shadow sides here. That's why I am actually feeling so many spots of heat. So I'll just go to where I feel it the most. Somewhere over here. I feel like it's here. What is this? Dried Flower Fairy. Look at that. 11. And it's the card of memories. So this is what the shadow side is of, you know, this internal beauty. Honestly, we've gone through so much. There's a lot that's dried up and it's time to let go of. And we have been letting it go. The 11/11 reading from yesterday, I'm even going to rewatch that today a few times because I already know it's a special reading for me as well as many other people. The return, I think it's called The Return of the Emperor. And it's not just about that one person. It's about it happening. Like, it's a very big message. It's a global message. It's a huge message. Sweet memories, you know. I asked what's the shadow side of this internal beauty I feel coming, or us having this wisdom and this confidence, protecting ourselves and those around us. You know, two, like we have sets of 2s here. Except that little frog. He could use some love. I even see 2 bees, but 1 frog, huh? Well, that's our Prince Charming, you know? And there's a mix match here, you know? There's bears and there's swans. I don't know if a swan can kiss a frog. I don't know if a bear can kiss a frog. But they can create a situation and teach the frog. You know, this frog can learn. This frog is actually watching all the love happening. So the dried flower fairy. This is someone whose, first of all, wishes are coming true. Your wishes for growth, your wishes for... I'm coming up with these words. I don't even know if they exist. Like, I don't know, like, I know excrete exists, but about like removing the dried flower. The dried, like, what's dead. Removing what's dead. It's no point in hanging on to them. It's time to create new flowers. And I'm getting poked on my shoulder or something. So that's a message. That's amazing. I just felt that on the back of my arm. So bizarre. Ah, I love it. I haven't had those little things in a couple of weeks. About the dried flower fairy. This darling little fairy. See, okay. I'm not stuttering as much. You'll see that. There has been some clarity brought in. This darling little fairy just loves to collect memories and to treasure them, wearing them as garlands. Their sweet faded... Oh, I am. No, I'm not. Faded fragrance reminds her of happy times. She helps you by collecting all of your happy, sweet memories and keeping them from fading too. She has wings that resemble the wonderful monarchy butterfly, which is renowned for the vast distance it can travel. Wow. So these memories may be from very long ago, down through the ages, but they are still able to fly to you and reach you with their message of love and sweetness wherever you currently find yourself. When you experience a difficult and challenging time, the dried flower fairy flies to your side, shows you a moment that you had forgotten, and magically, the present moment transforms. You will always have her with you, most especially in the times when those sweet memories seem furthest away. She will come to you and she will remain with you. Expect calls out of the blue, bumping into old friends, a photograph of a loved one, and a reminder of happiness coming to you in other sweet and spectacular ways. I didn't even think. This is the, because of the number 11, I guess it threw me off. But this would be the Six of Cups. This is the return of love. And this is also monitoring your memories. Don't just remember the good. Don't just remember the bad. Do you remember that time you played with the fairies in the garden? Do you remember when your imaginary friend was more real than your own parents? What about the first time you ever noticed your shadow quivering in the light? Swam in the sparkling seas, held hands, or exchanged glances with someone you liked for more than just friends. When you were given a gift for no reason, hugged by a friend unexpectedly, had a perfect day, found messages from angels in the clouds. You seem to have forgotten all the precious moments, so I've been busy gathering them up for you. I now return them to you, so your sadness can be transformed. Let happiness, bliss, and gifts for no reason become very big possibilities that you believe in again. When I see you smile and treasure a moment from the past and the present, I know my work has been done. Wow, that's even deeper than just a return from your masculine or anything like that. That's about getting back to childhood. And it's true. When is the last time you looked in the clouds and saw an image, And we do that once in a while, but we should do it more often. Like, I don't know, and it's true, like, when you used to play with your shadows, sometimes I do that, sometimes I still do that, but not often enough. And you make, like, ducks or whatever you make, or you look at your silhouette in the shadow, or try to draw it out or something, right? The message here, you may soon be experiencing little reminders of some of the sweetest, most fun, and uplifting times in your life. The kind that have no great significance historically, but in the story that is your life, they are pivotal moments. It could be seeing a rainbow, a star shining bright, or a photograph of your father holding you closely in his arms, or receiving the knowledge and sudden realization that something you did made a large and meaningful difference to somebody else's life. You have so many jewels. It's time to shift through the precious moments in memory. And by honoring these and feeling them again, change the present for the better. The magic of your sweetest memories will be worked into the present moment, and your current struggles will be momentarily relieved. And that transcending feeling of being one with all that is will return, giving you the strength to go on and do what must be done. Wow, that's so beautiful. I am so thankful for this deck of cards. This is the Shadow Oracle, the Oracles of the Shadow. I'm really getting into oracles. For anyone that wants to check out my Amazon wish list, the link is below. It's just for us. I'm not using it outside of YouTube, you know. But we can get more messages like that. And I'm actually going to pull from one more deck for our Saturday morning messages, or Saturday morning reading, which will be more like this, I think. I enjoy this. It's nice to take a break from tarot cards. It just is. I'll do one more from the fairy deck because I know a lot of people enjoy that, so you can stick around. Hi, I came in. Hope it's for a lovely reading. Hi, Taz. Well, we're not doing readings yet. I'm actually not taking this card yet. I want to really shuffle and feel it. Yeah, hi, Taz. I'm not doing readings yet. I'm just doing some oracles. You know, I'm not doing a tarot reading today. I want to switch it up. But I thank you for being here. And I'm pulling the cards today. I'm not shuffling them out. Practicing my heat energy, which I'm fine. You know, the thing is, I did some practice runs yesterday, and I would love to do the heat energy pulling cards, but it can take a long time. In the sense, like, I don't think you guys will stay here long enough. So I would have to do it before, but that takes out the fun of it, because it's like so fun to see and to show you guys the magnificent continuous message that I can pull out just from the heat, you know? It's pretty amazing. I don't know why I feel like shifting it like that. Here we go. And like I said, I learned I have to space out the cards or I don't get the heat. It just gets all cold. Because I guess I need to feel the individual cards. Something like that. I recommend you guys practicing it. It's very interesting. And I'm using my hands. I'm learning sign language now and all of this, so, you know, it all comes together. No, I feel cold there. Might be something here, but here, it's over here somewhere. Just like that. Like I just feel something here. Let's see. Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge. Oh, right here. Okay. I opened it to trust in the plan, so that's definitely a message for someone out there. Someone needs to hear that. Trust in the plan. Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge. You have been growing spiritually and your consciousness is expanding. It is transforming your experience of the material world from something you must control or conquer into a living expression of the radiant divine. As you and your appreciation and love for the material world become more unconditional, so too does the light that can flow into your aura, chakras, and physical body. As you physically expand, you may need more rest, healing, and meditation than usual to integrate this increasing degree of light and the consciousness it's awakening within you. That's really interesting because I'll tell you, recently, I had this, you know, like over a month ago, I had this extreme amount of energy and I wasn't sleeping. And it didn't matter because I was up all night working and working on my goals and working on my plans and meditating too and doing this transformation. Really, like, I did a transformation in like a month when I first started my course. When I first recommended you all read that book I have in my links from Mariana Williamson or Williams. It changed my life in one day. And this month, not even, well, like, you know, December, so I should say November, now December, the mid end of December, I started sleeping so much more. And I'm like, why? What's like, I loved it when I didn't sleep. I loved being up all night working and getting stuff done and being up all day energized. But I have to honor myself, and I've just, you know, gone with the flow and pasta. And, you know, I do have ascension flu-like symptoms. I watched a show on it the other day, and I'm like, wow, I do have some of those. Even my stuttering, though I think it comes from something else. But even this, like, you know, it's gotten better as well. But last week I was stuttering nonstop, which I do think came from something else, but it could have been an ascension flu symptom. I don't know. The rainbow bridge is a term for the channel of light that moves through your chakra system and allows along your spine, allowing spirit to enter your body and stimulate the development of your soul. This bridge comes into your life as consciousness is raised. It draws in higher energies that nourish and awaken your body, mind, and soul through your chakra system. As your chakras become stimulated by the increasing flux of spiritual light, a clearing process begins with which supports the consequent expansion of your consciousness. This clearing is like a spiritual detoxification. It clears blocks from your mind, emotional body, and physical body, as well as from your soul, such as unresolved past life issues. These blocks are broken down and processed. Emotional trauma stored in your organs and nervous system can be released, and your energy field becomes more spacious. I know I have emotional trauma stored in my organs, specifically my intestines. And you guys can know those type of things too by where you have issues. And not that I have huge issues, but I do have digestion issues I've suffered with for a long time. And it's not suffered. I've learned to work with them. But I do have like flare-ups, and I'm not diagnosed with anything, but I know the medical terms and I know what's happening in my body, and it's flare-ups. It's where things come back. And those are signs to look at what's going on in your life when you have things like that happen again. Like, you know, lately I told you I've been drinking juice. I haven't been eating solid foods, and I'm absolutely great with that because it's like a cleanse, something I'm used to, but I'm doing it because I actually have to right now. My body won't digest solid food. So, and I'm having fruits. Fruits are fine. But I'm just saying, pay attention to those things because it can be emotional wounds in your organs, and it's no joke. I actually have a book that, and I've had this book. Do I have it here? Heal Your Body. It's Louise Hay, and I'm not saying like I'm the biggest fan of Louise Hay or anything, but in the beginning of my journey, I was very into her teachings, and I did learn a lot from her. This book is probably 10 years old, and I still have it in my drawer here, you know. Somehow it always comes with me where I am. And I have the other book on numbers. And if you do book a reading and you have an issue, like a live reading, let me know and we'll look it up. And, you know, for example, it will tell you affirmations. Let's just say you have a liver problem, hepatitis. Oh, no, it's okay. Hepatitis. It also has C liver problem. Okay. Resistance to change. So if you have hepatitis, which I believe is like hepatitis, I'm not sure. I think it's like a STD or a oral issue. I'm not sure, but this is what I looked at first. Okay. Resistance to change, fear, anger, and hatred. Liver is the seat of anger and rage. So I guess hepatitis might have to do with liver because it also says C liver problems. So liver is the seat of anger and rage. So if you had a lot of anger and rage in your past, it may attack your liver. What's the affirmation? My mind is cleansed and free. I leave the past and move into the new. All is well. It has that for almost every single thing. Like, I don't know, I've probably looked up, so I haven't used this, you know, constipation. That's probably something I had to look up many times. refusing to release old ideas stuck in the past. Sometimes stingingness. As I release the past, the new and fresh and vital enter. I allow life to flow through me. I'm going to get back on these. But yeah, you know, mention it to me. I always have this book right here at my desk, and this is where I do my readings. So if you do want me to look something up, we'll look it up in the book. You are open to new consciousness now. With this comes new insight, awareness, and an awakening or deepening of your soul, talents such as healing, clairvoyance, channeling, or telepathy. Your channels are being cleared and activated. Rest. Open up and allow. Be patient and trust in the process. Remember, I told you I opened up the page. I opened up the page here. Someone had to hear this. Trust in the plan. That's for someone. Someone had to hear that. Trust in the process here. Find ways to express what you are feeling through writing, therapy, dance, music, and art. Sound and conscious movement. Explore your personal expression to allow for spiritual expansion. This oracle brings an additional message from the spirit. The message is hold on. Amazing. Wow, ascension can be a wild ride. Anything is possible. Those are the messages. You hear that? Hold on is one. Explanation mark. Ascension is a wild ride. Can be a wild ride. Explanation mark. Anything is possible. Explanation mark. I added that because I didn't put it there. The past is not an indicator. The future is not set. This is a moment to cultivate your deepest feelings of spiritual love and peace. Simply allow the genius of life to flow through you in whatever way it chooses. During ascension, your life can change quite dramatically. The Rainbow Bridge empowers us to rise from one reality into another. Even if your outer world doesn't change radically, internally you will feel as though you are living a different life. Eventually, the physical world changes. The physical world changes will follow. Enjoy crossing the Rainbow Bridge into a new consciousness, dear one. You have everything you need. You are ready for this. It is meant to be. I call upon the unconditional loving guide that can assist me with mercy, grace, protection, and support through my ascension process. I accept this opportunity to grow spiritually and shift from reality to a higher vibrational reality. I accept the opening of my chakras into a more loving consciousness. I accept the changes happening in me and in my life due to the spiritual growth. May I be held in tenderness and compassion as I release lower vibrational patterns and embody my authentic divinity. May the beings of unconditional love who assist the anchoring of a loving rainbow bridge of light upon this planet, for now the greatest good of all beings, be empowered and invited to do so now. Through my own free will, so be it. That's beautiful. So I'll pull one more message for us, and I think this will be the Saturday type of vibe. You know, I don't know what I'll do Saturday nights, like before work or whatever, but I don't know. I want this one to come out. These ones, there's so many. I feel like there's like 120 in here. They're very thin, and they're fairies. Fairies are a little more like, you know, they have a mind of their own. So I'll let them do that. The Oak Man. Oh my gosh, of course. We had to get, let's see what's going on here. 14. This little baby. The maiden. Sorry, let's see. Here we go. What does she have to do with? Auspicious being, birth, growth, joy, and hope. It's not the Sun card, but it's almost like that. Auspicious being, birth, growth, joy, and hope. It's almost like a Nine of Pentacles vibe as well. The maiden signifies new beginnings and growth. It's like almost like an ace. You couldn't ask for a more auspicious card than this if you are beginning something new. Spontaneity, joy, growth, exhilaration, and promise for the future are signified here. We must note also that in early stages of any process, there is vulnerability and a need for protection, shelter, and guidance. But there is also a magical impetu towards burgeoning growth. Wow, come on. What a tongue twister. Trust the process. Oh my gosh. We're hearing that again? Well, okay. Trust the process, obviously now. But take care of the details as well. The maiden is also an inner child who needs to be under the supervision of a competent inner adult. We have to do inner adult parenting, okay? This is double child message here. Please remember that, okay? There's a connection here. I don't know, releasing sweet memories. You go back and check it out. Look for the growth within you and think about how you can cherish and nurture that, blessing the growth that you see around you. I feel like I got the message, like the people who have this message for the inner child are still on here, and they probably heard the whole thing. We have number two. Oh my gosh, we have number one and number two, because we have unity is number one. And we have number two, but I have to read unity in reverse because it was in reverse. Okay, so number two, ecstasy, joy, rapture, and motivation, okay? This is about motivation mainly. I feel it. There's a new beginning here. Motivation. Ecstasy is something people seek. It feels better than good. It feels, well, ecstatic. We experience it in tiny bursts and in bigger surges. It enables us to recognize the sacred nature of our own being as an experienced fact, not merely a theory or article of faith. Ecstasy is not something we can make within ourselves, but something that flows through us when we open ourselves to it. It fills us with power and with the motivation to grow, to become, growth, the new beginning here. To grow, to become what we have the positive potential to be, and to fulfill our purpose in being here and now on this planet. Sorry. We are feeling these surges of joy. We are empowered, and we know that we are on an appropriate track for us. The track that leads to greater meaningful and fulfillment in our lives. This card in a reading says, among other things, go for it. It confirms that we are on a course moving in a good direction and that we are in harmony with a great song. It says, great joy and great accomplishment are within your reach. It is also a song that lights up and empowers the cards around it. Healing the past, intensifying the moment, enlightening the future. We have this past energy here, right? So there's healing needed in the past for many people. And I guess it stems back to something from childhood. Can you relate? Beautiful, sweetheart. I'm just going to read this union card, which we got in reverse. Let's see what it says, because there is reverse readings here. And with the fairies, I don't play with them. They want to come out in reverse, I read it in reverse. I love the fairy cards, okay? I have a huge amount of respect for them. So we have the unity, okay. Their messages seem to be really, really good. And there's one reader, I forget her name, but you guys know her. And she does only fairy cards. And her readings are so detailed. I can't explain it. It's just beautiful, her description. We may have become overly focused on the differences and disagreements that seem to separate us from others. And this may be preventing us from achieving our potential of fulfillment and happiness. So this has to do with you get what you focus on. This is unity in reverse. What you get, you focus on. Are you focusing on the disagreements of the past? Are you focusing on, okay. It's going to make you feel, you may feel alienated, unwanted, and lonely. And you know, even if you don't feel that way in your everyday life, you may feel that way in regards to when it comes to someone specific. If this is so, we need to refocus on what we have in common with those around us, far and near. We may need to heal our own attitudes and our own beliefs that contribute to these feelings of separation, and we could usefully consider how we might find reconciliation with others. Forgiveness may be a key. Prejudice and judgmental and critical attitude all push us further into delusion of separation and loneliness. Move forward, allowing others to be close to you, gradually dropping the defensive attitude that holds them away from keeping you alone. Don't wait for others to make the first move towards reconciliation and connect, but reach out to them with compassion and selflessness. You know that message is for some of you. This may be difficult, even very difficult at first, requiring self-study and inner work, possibly with the help of skilled teachers and therapists. In meditation and prayer, ask to be in communion with unity deep within yourself. In unity, there we trust, love, and ecstasy. That came out in reverse for a reason. I do feel like some people are holding grudges from the past. Childhood issues are flaring up, you know? They're flaring you up. There's another message here, and I'm seeing the ones, they're all in alignment here, 111. It's about the reaching out part. And okay, it says, you know, Yesha Indigo, we're so high at the there's similar things of each other and ourselves because he lives, yeah. I read that reaching out. I know that had something to do with some people that do have to reach out. I'm not suggesting everyone reach out, but I do suggest there's been a shift. I do suggest you go about things differently now. I do suggest if you do reach out, you take the approach of being a teacher and not being the student, not being the victim. Being the teacher that motivates and elevates the other person. Keeping it short and simple. If you do reach out, I'm telling you, because I had to say it. This came in reverse for a reason. It says, some of you are holding on to something and expecting someone to reach out to you. It says that right here. So you can go rewind it if you want. So for some of you, you're not playing on fair grounds, okay? There's a new beginning. There's a possibility here for a new beginning. And it's going to be a very exciting one. And it has the potential to be a very exciting one. There's an ascension happening here, okay? There is some grace. There is some power, some confidence coming to you. So use it to your advantage. And, you know, limit yourself as well. For those of you that, you know, sit there and you're thinking like, I want to reach out, I want to reach out. No, you give yourself 20 good minutes if you even need that much. You're either going to do it or you're not. You know, don't sit there and ponder about it for hours or like a half an hour even. No, if it takes that long, it's not right. It's not the right time. And when you do reach out, just do it from the heart and do it from a position of teaching and trying to create a difference. Always think of the best possible outcome, because your little words, you know, they're just little tiny words, can shift everything. Something so small can be so powerful. And I say so small as in size. You know, how big is the biggest word? But it's big. It has a lot more meaning than some people realize. And it has a lot more power than a lot of people give it credit for. Sure, I'll pick us one more card from here and let's just see what comes up. For those of you still here, I'm going to pick it. Well, I want to shuffle everything back in there. You know, of course I feel it here because there's the most showing. Very interesting. Trust your path. Are you guys kidding me? We've literally had this same message in every card. Trust your path. Just listen, okay? Just listen to this. Trust your path. Like, look at this. I'm going to end it right there, everyone. That's beautiful. Trust your freaking path. You're on the right path. Trust it. Just trust you're on the path you're supposed to be on right now. 4 times. Hi, Paul. That's a big one, right? That's a huge message of the weekend. Huge message of the weekend. Trust your path. Yeah, I think we all did. It's always nice to hear this. You know? So this will be my Saturday mornings. This is what I'm going to try to remember to do Saturdays, just oracles. I'm going to put a big sign right up here. If I come on Saturday mornings, it's oracles. And this for me is like church. I mean, I don't go to church. This is my church. And these messages have done nothing but uplift me. Even the darkest of the message, which was the memories, you know, even that still uplifted me. So I think that this is needed for a little our new shift. We do have a new shift. Things are, yeah, this is our church. We do go to church now, you know? Thank you, Paul. Um, but things have shifted. I'm not even joking. Just don't even, I'm going to say, like, remember that. Don't even remember that. Live that. Live that way. Things have shifted now. You're part of the shift. So you're creating the shift. It depends on you too, right? It's not just community or the collective or anything. It's you too. You make the shift in your world. Remember that. So I'm going to finish up my recorded readings I have. If you're waiting for one, it should be coming in within an hour, let's just say, because I'm going to do it right now. I'm not even going to move. And let me see. I have actually the names. Perthian, Mary, Vicky, and Maximum. I'm going to be doing your readings now. Okay, so I don't know if you're on here. I hope everyone got their readings from yesterday. And I'm really excited. And have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you so much.